Hi friends, here in this video I'll be taking a problem on assignment. So let's get started. Now here is the question in front of us. It is given that which type of garment should be assigned to which tailor in order to maximize the profit, and the profit matrix is given over here. Whatever the values are there, these are the cost values, and it means that here there are 5 tailors denoted by A, B, C, D and E, and they are producing 5 different garments. Like we can see, tailor A is producing garment 1, and in that the profit earned is 14 for one single piece. Similarly, if tailor A is producing garment 2, then the profit is 27. For garment 3 it is 8, for 4 it is 24, and for 5 also it is 24. So in order. Now here the aim is to maximize the profit. It means we have to assign a particular tailor to that particular garment in sequence so that we can maximize the profit. And remember, in case of assignment, if the problem is of maximize type, that is whenever we have to maximize the profit, in that case we have to convert this problem into a minimization type, because whatever problems we are solving in case of assignment, those problems need to be converted into minimization form. So here the aim is of maximizing the profit, so we have to convert it into a minimization problem, and for that select the maximum value from this matrix. So we can see that the maximum value is 14. It is 40, that is the maximum value. So what we have to do here is, from this maximum value we have to subtract the values which are present in the cell already. Like for example, in the first cell the value is 14, so 40 minus 14 will give us the value as 26. So we have to fill this matrix again, and then it will be converted into the minimization type of problem. So let's get started with the solution. Into the solution, I am converting the maximization problem into minimization type. So drawing the matrix again. So the matrix would be filled in this order. Like for example, the first value is 14. So maximum value, which is 40 minus 14, that is 26. Next, 40 minus 27, that is 13. Then 40 minus 8, which is 32. Next, 40 minus 24, that is 16. And similarly 40 minus 24, which is 16. So we can go on filling the values in order. I am writing the values. Now once it has been converted into a minimization type of problem by subtracting from the maximum value each values of the cell, now we can go on solving the problem. And then we have to see that if it is a balanced matrix or not. It means the number of rows and number of columns must be equal, and here we see that there are 5 rows and 5 columns. So this is a problem of balance type. If there is some unbalance in this problem, like the number of rows are not equal to the number of columns, then we have to add a dummy row or column, but here it is not required. Now the next step in this is we have to get 0 in each of the rows and each of the column. For that we have to draw the matrix again. Now looking into the first row, select the least element or the minimum element. In the first row the minimum element is 13, so subtracting 13 from each of the cell values, like 26 minus 13, that is 13. Then 13 minus 13, which is 0. 32 minus 13, which is 19. 16 minus 13 is 3. Similarly, next 16 minus 13, that is 3. Then in the second row, select the least element, which is 8. So subtract 8 from each of the terms. Then the least element in the third row is again 8. Subtract 8 from each of the terms. Then here already, when we see here in this fourth row, 0 is already present. So I'll repeat this as it is. Then in the last row, the least element is 4. So subtracting 4 from each of the terms. Then we have to check that after we get each of the zeros in each of the rows, the next step is to get the zeros in each of the columns. Like for example, when we look at column 1, there are no zeros present over here. So we should have at least 1 0 here. For that, the step is next, looking into the first column, the least element is 13. So subtract 13 from each of the terms. So here we have 0, that is I'm writing for the column. 24 minus 13, which is 11. 16 minus 13, that is 3. 28 minus 13, that is 15. And 22 minus 13, that is 9. Next, into the second column, already a 0 is present, so it will be repeated as it is. Then in the third column, 0 is not there, so again select the least element. Least element is 16. Subtract 16 from each and every row cell value. So 19 minus 16 is 3. 22 minus 16, that is 6. 28 minus 16, that is 12. 24 minus 16, that is 8. And 16 minus 16, that is 0. Next, for the fourth row, the least element, or for the fourth column, the least element is 3. So subtract 3 from each of the terms. 3 minus 3, that is 0. 11 minus 3, that is 8. 5 minus 3, that is 2. And 10 minus 3, that is 7. 9 minus 3, that is 6. And in the last column, we already have 0, so no need of subtracting over here. Now, once we have zeros in each of the rows and columns, we can start with the assignment process. And here the method which we are using, this is called as the Hungarian method. So let's get started with the assignment. Now, in the first row, when we are making an assignment in the first cell, like for example, this is the first row and first column, we should see that there are no other assignments made in the same row and same column. It means if other zeros are present, like for example, in the first row, here we see there are 2 other zeros present, so cancel them. Similarly, look for other zeros in the column. There are no zeros present, so this is the first assignment. Next, go for the second row. When we look at the second row, here also a single 0 is present, so we can select it. No other 0 is present in the second row. And when we see in this column, there are other zeros present, so cancel them. Next, in the third and fourth rows, now no zeros are present, but when we see in the fifth row, a 0 is present, so make an assignment to that. And now there are no other zeros present in this entire row or column. It means 3 assignments have been made successfully, but still 2 assignments are made to be done. So for that, the process is, first tick mark the rows in which there are no assignments done. So that is row 3rd and 4th in which there are no assignments. Next, in that rows, check if there are cancelled zeros. So when we see row 3, there is a cancel 0 over here, and in row 4 also there is a cancel 0. So these cancel zeros should correspond to a column. So tick mark on that column. Then after that, when we have tick marked that column, in that column check if there is any assignment made. So yes, there is an assignment made, and that is corresponding to the second row. So tick mark that row as well. And now we have to draw the lines. The lines should be drawn in such a way, like we have to leave these marked rows, and whatever are left, like for example row 1st and row 5th, draw light lines passing through them. The lines are passing through the rows which are not marked. Next, draw a line passing through the ticked column. So that is the fifth column. Now we see these are two horizontal and one vertical lines. So it means there are three lines, and these lines correspond to the assignments made. Since three assignments were made, these are three lines. Next, we have to draw the table again. For that, now how to fill this matrix? For that, first, see what are the uncovered values. Uncovered values means the values which are not crossing these lines. It means here 11, 5, 6, 8, 3, 17, 12, 2, 15, 25, 8 and 7 are the uncovered values. So out of these uncovered values, select the least value. The least value we see here, it is 2. This is the least value. So subtract this least value from each of the uncovered elements. Like for example, the uncovered element is 11. So 11 minus 2 is 9. Write it at the same location where 11 was there. Then 5 minus 2, it is 3. 6 minus 2, it is 4. 8 minus 2, that is 6. Then 3 minus 2, that is 1. 17 minus 2, which is 15. 12 minus 2 is 10 and 2 minus 2 is 0. Then 15 minus 2 is 13, 25 minus 2, that is 23, 8 minus 2 is 6 and 7 minus 2 is 5. So these are the uncovered values. Next, go for the intersection point. Intersection point means where this horizontal line and vertical line are meeting. So first horizontal line and vertical line, they are meeting over here. The value over here is 3. So we have to add the minimum value, that was the minimum uncovered value, to this element where we are getting intersection. So the intersection of horizontal and vertical line value is 3. Add the minimum element over here. This will give us 5. 3 plus 2, that is 5. Then we look for the other intersection. It is over here. The value is 0. So add 2 in that. So that will become 2. Then whatever values are just crossed by the lines, write them as it is. So 0, 0, 3, 0. In the column we have 0 and this row would be repeated as it is. Then after that, go for the next assignment procedure. In that, now also suppose I am making the assignment at the same location. There are no zeros present in this column. Zeros are present in the row, so they should be cancelled. So one assignment has been made. Then for the second row, an assignment is made over here. Cancel the other zeros. So no assignment in that particular column or in that row. There should be single assignment. Then third row, make an assignment over here. There should not be any other assignment in the same row or column, so it is not there. Then when we look into the fourth row, no zeros are present, but in the fifth row there is a 0. So make an assignment over there. No other zeros are present in this row or column. So these are the 4 assignments, but still one assignment is left. So the procedure would be repeated. What we have to do again is select that row in which no assignment is made. So that is the 4th row. I have to tick mark over this. So now we have to select the row in which no assignment is made. That is the 4th row. In that row, check if there is any cancel 0. So yes, here there is a cancel 0. This cancel 0 belongs to a column, so tick that column. Now in this column, check if there is any assignment. Yes, there is an assignment in the second row, so tick that row. It means first we have to select the row in which no assignment is made. Then in that row, check for the cancel 0, and that cancel 0 will correspond to a column, so tick that column. And in that column, check for the assignment. So assignment is made in the second row, so tick that row. Now we have to again draw the lines. First horizontal lines would be drawn. Now those are tick marked, that is 2 and 4. We can see that row 2 and 4 have been tick marked. So leaving them, we have row 1. So draw line through 1, then 3, and then row 5. So 3 horizontal lines. Then draw a line corresponding to the ticked column, that is the 5th column. So in total we have 3 horizontal and 1 vertical lines. It means there are 4 lines, and 4 lines are corresponding to the 4 assignments made. Now we have to again draw the table. So I'll explain how it is done. Now next, again look for the uncovered values. Uncovered values are 9, 3, 4, 6, 13, 23, 6 and 5. Uncovered means which are not covered by these lines. So we see the least element out of them is 3. So subtract 3 from all the uncovered values. Like for example, 9 minus 3, that is 6. Right at the same location, that is over here. Then 3 subtracted from itself, that is 0. Next, 4 minus 3, which is 1. 6 minus 4, that is 2. Then in the fourth row, 13 minus 3, that is 10. And here this was 6 minus 3, it is 3, not 2, it is 3. Then 23 minus 3, that is 20. 6 minus 3, 3. 5 minus 3, that is 2. After getting this, now look for the intersection point. Where is the intersection point? Where this horizontal and vertical line, they are meeting. Like for example, horizontal and vertical lines, they are meeting at this location. Element is 5 here. So add the minimum value, which was 3, over the intersection point. So 5 plus 3, that is 8. Then the next intersection point is over here. Value is 0. So add 3 over here. This will become 3. Next intersection point is here in the 5th row, 5th column. Value is 2. So 2 plus 3, that is 5. And the remaining elements which are cut by these lines would be written as it is. So I am writing them. Now we have to again start with the assignment part. So when I give the first assignment over here, other zeros are to be cancelled in the same row. No zeros are there in this column, so one assignment has been made. Next, I make an assignment over here, that is in the second row. So another 0 is to be cancelled in that row, and no zeros are there in this column, so that is the assignment. Then in the third row, we make an assignment over here. No other zeros are there in this row or column. Next, in the fourth row, here we have a 0. No other 0 is there in this row or column. Then the fifth row assignment has been made over here. No other assignment in this same row or column. So now the assignments have been made successfully, and here the problem gets completed. So just I'll write the solution, that at the end how to write the answer over here. So the question was asked in this way, that there are tailors, 5 tailors, and they are making 5 different garments. So the tailors are denoted by A, B, C, D and E. So tailor A, here we have A, B, C, D and E, and these are the garments 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So tailor A would be allotted garment 1, that is he would be manufacturing or producing garment 1. Next, tailor B would be assigned garment 2. Tailor 3, which is denoted by C, would be assigned garment 4, and D would be assigned garment 5th, as we see the assignment over here. Tailor E would be assigned garment 3. And then I would be calculating the maximum profit. So the maximum profit, and I am denoting it in terms of rupees. It would be denoted by, like the assignments which we had made, and previously the way the question was, like this was the question, it was of maximization type. So putting the assignments over here, like for example the assignments which I made here, I am putting it over this. So here there is an assignment made. Next, And similarly, in the question, the previous question which was there, we have to put the assignment over there as well. So similarly, we have to put the assignment in the original question. So here this was the first assignment, next second, then third, next fourth, and the fifth assignment. So these are the cost values or the profit. So first it is 14 plus next value is 27, then it is 27 again, then there is 40 and 20. So when I add up all the values, my answer comes out to be, it is 128 in terms of rupees. Now this 128, the cost which have been given in the problem, it may be in terms of hundreds, thousands, or it may go further. So just the unit cost which was given in the cell, for that the maximum profit has been done, it is rupees 128, and the assignments have been made successfully. At the end, if you'll find my videos helpful, you can like, share, comment and subscribe our channel and share it amongst your family and friends. Thanks for watching.